Hey,
Yeah.
are they watching?
Yeah.
Who invited them?
I did.
Oh, dude, that is not good for you.
No, I'm gonna get it later on.
That is not good for you.
Oh wow. Let's just get right into the Raw review this week. Again, this is the ECGA Raw review.
You better handle this.
I'm Kevin. This is Eric. Check us out on Twitter if you haven't done so already. You can follow me at ECGA PTS Leader, and you can follow this guy at Top ECGA Heel. Right into
You're
Raw.
gonna see why I'm the bad guy.
I'm sorry.
Can't believe you did that.
Anyway, right into Raw this week. Coming to you from sunny Philadelphia.
Evidently, even when the sun's not there, it's just bright.
You got to have sunglasses on
to do a promo
all times, just like The Rock.
Yeah.
Anyway, you had CM Punk coming out first this week, cutting a good promo in retaliation to Jericho from last week.
Yeah, it was good. It was intense.
It really was.
I like that.
Good side of Punk to see right there. And then you had Jericho coming in live via satellite to apologize.
He said he would never. He said he was sorry. He said he would never talk about Punk's father again. However,
your sister.
Yeah, and he said that's a whole different ballgame.
Crowd's reaction to that
classic.
was great,
it was
man.
Classic.
Anyway, it's just great on both sides again. Just a credit to both of these guys and how well they're doing.
Yeah, I think I'm more excited for that. I'm looking more forward to that match than anything else on the card for Mania.
I
really
think so too.
And I told you this. I kind of get the feeling that the booking team, creative, said, okay, this is the direction we're going. It's going to be you two. Now you two work out your own storyline.
Yeah, just give them free reign.
And they're that good. They can do it.
They're the best at what they do for a reason.
Yeah, they're good.
Anyway, looking forward to that one. First match actually was Kane versus Big Show.
Punk got bleeped out twice.
Yes, he did. No non-PG words were uttered.
Hashtag not PG.
4-letter words are not PG.
Yeah.
Anyway, you had Kane and Big Show the first match, and very short.
Short.
You had Kane picking up the win thanks to Cody Rhodes and his ringside.
Man, he's so good.
How good is he, man?
He's top 3 heel.
He really
in the
is.
company.
Really is. Just doing phenomenal
with Jericho and D-Bryan.
Yep. Cost him the match. Kane got the choke slam off the top rope, and then Cody Rhodes went to work on Big Show.
He handcuffed him to the middle rope, and he had some boxing gloves down ringside, kind of Floyd Money Mayweather reference, and just got in the ring and beat the snot out of him.
Held on him.
But then he left. And, Big Show was obviously upset. The way they're booking this match, I got a feeling
it's almost as if all signs are pointing to.
They're booking Big Show weak at Mania too much to really make you think he has a legitimate shot to win, which means he'll probably win. Now, I'm not saying I hope that happens. I think Cody Rhodes is doing a great job in his role. I mean, I'm okay with it. You know, if he drops the belt and it leads to a bigger push,
oh yeah, I'm
okay with it. But at the same time, I almost feel like maybe a couple more months in this role ain't going to hurt him.
And he's had the belt since August, I think. And it just seems like it's not been enough time.
Yeah.
You know, but
let him have a year-long reign.
Yeah, that would
and then move him up.
And then move him up. Yeah. I'm all for that. And actually, your next match, you had your 2 team captains for Team Long, Team Laurinaitis.
It started out with a little comedy bit.
Yeah, the pose off.
Hashtag
painted abs. It was great. Great spot for both of them. Yeah. You had Otunga actually picking up the win.
Guess what?
Yes, sir.
Mine aren't painted.
No, these are real.
Just saying.
Yeah. You had Otunga picking up the win. Then you had
see him?
No.
Okay, we'll hold off.
Then you had the 2 GMs. I was going to say getting into it, but
he pretty much just slapped him
and ran.
Yeah, Teddy Long slapped him.
Went to the top ramp and did. You know, and I don't.
Did you just do the Teddy Long dance?
I did. Just going to add to it later.
Otunga won the match.
Yeah,
it was a win for Team Laurinaitis.
Then you had a short video right after that.
Do it again. Oh, see right there, you about caught the elbow.
It was close.
You about walked into it.
I saw the twitch.
Yeah.
Short video. They actually advertising a Lord Tensai. I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Sounds good to me. We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. But
that's from what I've read this past week. A lot of people remember A-Train, Prince Albert. It's him.
Yeah.
And I have read that a lot of people are saying, why are you bringing back somebody that was a mid-carder at best? He's a big dude.
Yeah, he is a very big guy.
They are lacking some size right now. Not to mention, this guy's been in New Japan Pro Wrestling for the past several years, flourishing.
Yeah,
he's really coming to his own.
Over there.
He's really coming to his own out there. But from what I've read, it's going to be him, maybe in an enforcer role with Laurinaitis. By the way, I think it's obvious.
Pushing that towards
Laurinaitis, he's going to win. which I'm fine with because you can do more with a heel GM,
bad guy GM like that
than you can a face GM.
Yeah. And Teddy's been on TV for a while anyway now.
Long time.
Time to get him away for it. Then right after that, you had the Rock video with the sunglasses at night at the Rocky Balboa statue. But it was actually a very good promo from The Rock.
Other than the fact he looked like a punk because he had his sunglasses on at night.
Who does that?
He does.
He's the only one.
He can get away with it.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell
you. You going to say something?
No.
Okay. I'm not either. It was good though. I mean,
it was.
I think, the past, and it was kind of, whether it was real or not, it was public knowledge, and they made it public knowledge that he's kind of been choking. He didn't choke this week.
No, it seemed more.
But it was, it ain't live. It was pre-recorded the night before. It was a good promo though.
Yeah, it was.
He made fun of himself, got some laughs there, got some good pops by mentioning some past champions.
That's what he does.
Anytime you mention the Macho Man,
all for it.
I'll clap.
Yep.
I don't care if I hate you, I'll clap if you mention the Macho Man.
That's right.
But it was a good promo.
It was. He come off good, and it was good for that series right there. Then you had another match. You had World Champion Daniel Bryan, and you had the return to the ring of Zack Ryder this week. Yeah.
I realize that WWE likes for us to forget things that happened 3 and 4 years ago.
Yep.
But it almost seems like they're wanting us to forget storylines that happened 2 months ago.
2 months ago. I mean, all right, you coming back from injury, who would be the first guy you would go after if you were Zack Ryder?
The person that injured me.
Exactly.
Or the person that got my belt because I was injured.
Exactly. Did that happen?
No, he ended up jobbing to the World Heavyweight Champion.
He looked strong.
He looked mean, man.
Wow,
he looked
looked
good.
so mean.
I like it.
I do too. Anyway, you had D-Brock coming out clean over that one as usual. You want him looking strong.
Yeah, just make everybody tap.
Everybody. Fans, refs, Josh Matthews.
Yeah, make them all tap.
Yeah, make them all tap. Yeah. Next match, you had John Cena versus Mark Henry, though.
Yeah. I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
Was John Cena involved in some kind of automobile accident earlier today?
I think according to Twitter, Facebook, the news, TMZ, commentary all night.
Raja, ESPN.
He was in a near fatal crash, I think.
Yeah. I think the license plate of the SUV he was in might have got knocked off almost.
Maybe. Scratched at least, but they played it up really good.
The commentary is horrible.
Hard to.
By the way, Katie, appreciate your hashtag. Hashtag Eric and Kevin.
Eric and Kevin.
Hire Eric and Kevin.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like to do it.
Anyway.
You had Cena coming out with a win right there. Henry dominated him all match.
Yeah.
And then he got the attitude adjustment, picked him up.
We've seen it before, but man, it's still impressive.
Still impressive. He picked him up and turned around with him.
He's a strong dude.
And then got the PN. As soon as you rolled off on him, the Rock's music hit.
I thought he was coming down to possibly have a face-to-face with Cena. Kind of swerved and went right to...
Poor Mark Henry.
Henry ended up catching 2 finishers in 30 seconds. I don't know who he made mad.
I don't know, but...
it was an intense rock bottom. Rock bottom, leave.
Leave.
It was intense.
And there was no words between the two, but it was just a lot of intensity there, and it's great.
It was short, but it worked.
It did. It did.
Now, I've been, on Cena's side the past few weeks, thinking he was coming over, he was over in all 3 of the situations. You were with The Rock last week. I had it 3-0, you had it 2-1. And last week was close. It really could have went either way. But I think definitely The Rock got the stronger end on this week. I do think so.
It was good.
It was good for him.
It was. And then you had another match. You actually had The Miz versus Sheamus.
Yeah, and we've talked about this.
Yep.
Miz has got to get something done. Zack Ryder's stale, but this guy's really stale.
Yeah.
But...
They just need to repackage it somewhere.
They need completely repackage it.
Yeah, they really do.
I almost wonder if they're going to turn a losing streak into a face turn.
It's almost as if it's getting to the Miz now.
Yeah, because they did this a few years back with MVP.
Yeah,
and it worked. And he was able to get over pretty well. I think Miz can really get over his face. He's a smaller guy.
Yeah,
he's got a catchphrase that people would
crowd already
would go along with.
Yeah.
It had to be done right, but I think it could be done.
Yeah, a little creativity in there. I think you could do that. You had Sheamus picking up the win there, bringing Miz's losing streak on TV to all the way back to December now.
Yeah, he hasn't won a televised match since December.
Wow, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
After that, you had Randy Orton coming out, kind of
just to the top of the ramp. Yeah,
interview back in the day, and
just to the top of the ramp, interviewed him, and that was it.
I think he's just promoting his new T-shirt.
I liked it.
I did too. That Venom runs deep. That's nice.
I'm gonna get it.
It's a good T-shirt.
Good T-shirt.
That's all that was. Then you had Vicky coming out. She made a little announcement. 2 new members of Team Laurinaitis, Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger. We figured that was coming.
You know me.
Yeah.
And when Dolph Ziggler's music hits,
it's a new show.
Game on.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Vicky's so in his way right now.
She is. She's hindering him.
In fact, I'll go to this. Anything that is between him and a main event push is in his way right now.
I agree.
He needs to be on that stage.
Yep.
Now, we're going to Over the Limit in May the 20th in Raleigh. From what I've read, the advertised main event already is Punk, Jericho, and Ziggler in a triple threat. Now, they like for up-and-comers to get the first title in a triple threat. That way that he don't
have to pin the champion
exactly
to win the belt.
That's wishful thinking. I'm not even going there.
That's us wanting to mark out right there.
I'm not even going there yet.
Yeah.
But he's got to get something. I'm thinking after Mania because he's got no real feud right now.
Now Vicky needs to be on somebody like Swagger who needs that little extra.
He needs it.
Dolph is so much better.
Maybe a diva like Tamina or something like that who could use some help. But yeah, I mean it was a good tag match.
It was. They got the victory over Kofi and R-Truth.
Yeah, 3.5 good workers.
Yeah, it was. Swagger's.
I'm not going to call that Swagger a good worker.
No, but then you had Oksana and Vicky getting into it, and it just,
is that leading?
I hope not. To Vicky getting in the ring, really, that's just as bad as Michael Cole getting in the ring.
Man,
we lived through that once.
We had to live through it once.
Gosh.
But anyway,
the whole show was culmination coming into Triple H, not The Rock, but Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. And you get 3 icons in a ring.
And it kind of fell flat.
Fell flat.
They gave him 8 minutes.
Nothing happened.
The only thing that happened was Tripp said he was willing to give up everything, and then Taker said, Shawn's still better than you.
Other than that?
And Shawn smirked.
That was it.
That was it. It did nothing. Now, these guys are professionals. They've been around a long time, and I trust them enough to not produce a dud.
Yeah.
So I'm going to trust them.
Just let them go.
Give them the benefit of the doubt and trust them.
There's still one more Raw between now and Mania, so hopefully good things will come about out of it.
Now, we've talked in depth about who you got for the other ones. What you got on this one?
I'm going to go Undertaker on this one. I think that 20-0 is just going to fulfill that legacy right there.
Yeah, I don't. Now, last year we were sure about it.
Oh, yeah, you knew.
Now, during the match we weren't so sure because they did a great match.
But they pulled it off.
This year,
not quite as for certain.
Sure. Yeah. Now, I still think with you, like you said, it's the number 20.
Yeah,
it's a nice round number. It's clean. Yeah, it's almost iconic. It's easy to say 20-0.
Yeah.
When you're talking 20 years from now, you can say 20-0.
Just fully expect a good show.
And I don't know that they'll. I think maybe part of me still believes he'll retire undefeated at WrestleMania, unless he just wants to put over somebody big before he goes. But I'm not sure this year.
Yeah,
I'm not as sure this year as it was last year.
It's not as clear as it was last year.
I've got that. You know?
Yeah.
I guess that's what they want, though. So maybe they are doing a good job.
Just very subtly.
Because I'm doubting everything. I'm confused, so I don't know.
Credit to those guys.
Maybe they are. Maybe they do know what they're doing.
Good job, guys.
Who'd have thunk it?
Anyway, not a bad Raw this week. Good 5.5 maybe.
I good 6 because the tag match was strong. It was fast paced. It was
athletic.
Good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was all right. Just some confusing things is all.
Yeah, there's still one more Raw, 2 SmackDowns left before Mania, so hopefully they'll get the proper push, and just looking forward to the show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
But anyway, guys, appreciate it.
Thanks for all the new followers.
Yeah, a couple shout outs. Yeah. We've got if you're not following at Katie Robin 23. Make sure you follow Katie, and then if you're not following at Twistedly Sweet, make sure you follow Liz there. A couple big wrestling fans, retweeting us, really appreciate it, and they know the business, really know what's going on, guys. We really do appreciate all your help on that. Comment on the videos on YouTube here. We're going to post them on our Twitters, which again you're
at ECGA PTS Leader.
Top ECGA heel. Talk to us on Twitter if you hate us, if you like us, if you want us to do something.
Tell us.
Absolutely. Yeah. We just want to talk wrestling. Absolutely. Anyway, guys, hope y'all have a fantastic week.
Yep.
Talk to you throughout the week. We'll talk to you on Twitter.
Yep.
As always, cheers to you. And as always, take care.
Shave your hair.